All right. And we're live. And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Logically Speaking with Shiobhan and Wendy. When we have special guests with us today.
Yes.
Hi, Lee. Say everybody hi, say Levi.
And this is Charlie. Say hi, Charlie. Say hi to our friends. Yes.
So why do we have Levi and Charlie with us today, Wendy?
Because we are going to discuss pets and divorce. And our pets are our fur babies. And for many couples and many parties who are going through dissolution or separation, they forget about the pets sometimes, or the pets become the primary issue.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about what role pets play in the Florida dissolution of marriage.
Yep. Who gets the family dog? And how are they treated?
And who pays for it as well.
And how are they
Right.
treated? I've had many people try to work out with us a joint custody arrangement with your pets. Does that work, Wendy?
It does not, unfortunately. They're not enforceable because pets are considered property or chattel. So they're not treated the same as children, despite our personal feelings when it comes to our four-legged friends.
Right. Our pets are our babies, but they're not babies in court, right? They're property. They are treated as equitable distribution. So they're treated just like your stuff. So somebody's got to pay for the dog or the cat or the hamster or the horse or whatever other animal it is that we're talking about. If one party wants to keep the dog, that party has to pay to keep the dog, because it's treated just like equitable distribution. What happens if both parties want to keep the dog?
Well, that's where we can kind of keep it or try to play it the same way we would with some properties or other personal effects or items like that. So we not so much a visitation schedule as it's a setup where one person will have the pet for X amount of time and the other one will have it for X amount of time. But the consideration is different. You have to give up something to get something when it comes to equitable distribution. So in order for husband to have the pet, wife has to agree to pay the expenses, or some type of an exchange has to happen. But you both can't keep the same pet together. It's not going to be good. And if there is a dispute later on, you don't come back to family court. You have to go to civil court for that, like other equitable distribution matters.
Right. So in a nutshell, our pets aren't our children. And when it comes inside of a divorce, when the couple split up, one person gets to keep the animals and the other person has to
pay or give up.
The person who's keeping the animal.
The person who keeps the animal usually keeps all of the expenses, maintenance, and everything.
Yep.
So
essentially what we have to do is we have to come up with the value of your puppy, or the value of your animal, the value of your pet. What is that pet worth? Just like we would any other value for any other asset or item that we're distributing. And then the person who's keeping it gets that asset tallied in their column, and we just start to tally it up, and we work out the equitable distribution payment, and that person's going to keep the pet. So we've never seen a custody arrangement. We've never seen any of that work out. And I've seen non-married couples, like when they've split, I've seen them try to do some sort of time sharing with their pets, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Right. The last thing you want to do when you're broken up with the person is to see the other person most of the time. Right. And so you don't want to be exchanging your pet. It's too much. It's too stressful. It's stressful on the pet going back and forth. So just like it is on children, but children have to go back and forth because they are entitled to equal time with their parents, but the pets are not. Pets are not entitled to equal time. So sometimes it's hard. So especially for the person who's got to give up the pet, if they are really attached to the pet, if both sides are really attached to the pet, then it can be really difficult to have to give up your pet in the divorce. But It is a common issue that comes up, a common thing that we see, and
Yeah.
it's a big fight that happens inside of divorce cases a lot with who's gonna keep the pets.
So this is also a good segue for the videos that I had posted earlier this week regarding prenuptial and postnuptial agreements. Because pets are equitable distribution and subject to equitable distribution, you can put information regarding pets in your postnuptial agreement. So if there is a situation of divorce or death, you can already designate how your pets will be treated, or who gets what and who pays what and how that's going to happen. So keep that in mind if divorce isn't really on the horizon, but it could be. Or you want to protect yourself, or you came into the relationship with a dog and that's your dog. You want to leave the relationship with your dog, definitely consider a postnuptial agreement. So that way it's already delineated, so you don't have to worry about it later on.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that gives you an overview of who gets to keep the family dog inside of a divorce. When a divorce happens, we hope that that answered some general questions for you. If you or someone you know is going through the situation, please feel free to contact us and we'll see how we can help you. We'll see you on the next episode.
Bye-bye.